French Ridge Hut. A 37-kilometre out and back hike in Mount Aspiring National Park. From wandering through the valleys whose mountains are topped with snow, to crossing the freezing glacial water river crossings, and finish with several hours of non-stop climbing and never-ending false summits. Finally, to reach the 20-bunk hut located just below the snowline. The journey to French Ridge Hut is no average hike. With our packs loaded, cameras, sleeping bags, food and water, and an unreasonable number of snacks, we set off. The first part of the hike consists of a relatively flat track that follows the river through the farmlands, and a couple of streams that you can rock hop across, crossing bridges. Then, after 9 kilometres and dodging the local sheep and cattle, you come to Aspiring Hut. A cute little stone and wood hut that can house up to 32 people. From the hut, you enter Matukituki Forest, a lush forest where we enjoyed the large array of mosses and plant life. Throughout the forest there are a couple of impressive suspension bridges that cross over the rapid-like river below. Exiting out of the forest, the landscape begins to open up. But the track has changed. The old trail is gone, washed away after the recent weather events, leaving us to follow our newly emerging, barely visible path. It was here, as the valley opened back up, we were left in awe. The mountains closer. The waterfalls more plentiful as the snow melted and flowed down the mountains. There were humbling reminders of the dangers of the mountains along the way. Through the valley, we continued to trek, until finally we reached the last river crossing. Icy waters, boots off, and across we went. Just below the snow and above the farmland, we filtered our water and topped up our supply. A perfect spot, if not for the relentless sandflies forcing us to move on. Then, the true climb really began. Trees and roots now becoming the perfect hand and footholds. A few hours later, we emerged from climbing through the forest to a more open and rocky terrain. False summit after false summit had our hopes rising and then dashed time and time again, until finally the hut came into view. 7 hours later, we made it. French Ridge Hut. Stepping inside, taking in the simple comforts. The kitchen and communal space. The boot room and entryway. and the bedroom, big enough to sleep 20. With one last look around, we turned in for the night, ready for sunrise. Gently awoken by the sounds of Kia, we all hopped up, to find them outside waiting for the hikers to emerge. We spent the morning enjoying watching the first light hit the mountains. Then headed in, packed up, and set off back down the mountain. Back down the open rocky ridgelines until the grass gave way to shrubs, then through the mud to climb down through the forest. Until finally hiking back through the valley. French Ridge Hut, the longest hike we have done to date, but also the closest we have slept to the snow. This cute little hut makes for a great climb and a unique alpine experience.